Steve from Mud Ducks 4-Wheel Drive Touring with another spotlight on campgrounds. Today we're at Lake Wallace Campground, just outside Lithgow. It's big, so you might want to grab yourself a cup of coffee or something to have a drink while we go through this one, and we'll see you in a sec. From our rugged north to the beautiful south to the centre, east, west, doesn't matter where, for 4-wheel drive tips and tricks and travel and information, you've come to the right place. Come for a ride with us, Mud Ducks 4-Wheel Drive Touring. We'll start with the obvious. Lake Wallace is on a lake. That's Lake Wallace there. Now, this campground is fairly large, as I said, so we'll go for a walk around it. Now, one of the cool parts about this campground is it's free. It's also very close to the town of Lithgow. So if you're travelling on the Great Western Highway, you just literally turn off the highway and come down about 1.5 to 2 k's and you arrive at the lake. Now, where I've camped is back on a dirt access road towards the highway again alongside the lake, so I'll start from here and we'll just continue down that dirt access road. So anything can get in here. 2-wheel drives, 4-wheel drives, caravans, camper trailers, tents, swags, motorhomes, buses. Really wouldn't matter. There's something in here for everyone. I hope that wind's not too bad on me microphone today, guys. It's council campground as far as I know. There's bins provided, so no excuse for leaving rubbish behind. And I haven't seen any rubbish as yet. So further on from where I was camped, as you can see, got a building structure here, a jetty. So I'll walk around this jetty area and give you a look. Now, I don't know what kind of boating is done on here. I'd assume you can do kayaks and things, but I will look it up for you. There's been a substantial amount of rain here in recent times, so that looks like it's a little bit underwater just to get to it. No diving, shallow water. Last time I stayed here, the water wasn't this close up. So anyway, this is about coming down towards one end of the campground. This is Lake Wallace Boating, or Community Boating Centre, so you must be allowed to do some kind of boating. As I said, you can camp all the way down here, and that road goes on a little bit further. But as you can see, it's grassy. It's not perfectly flat, but it is pretty flat. You can find flat ground without too much hassle. So I won't go any further behind me, because that's just more of the same, but I'll take you to the main bits and give you a look at those. So instead of this being one shot like a lot of my spotlights are, this place is that big that I'll talk about little bits while I can, and then I'll cut the video and move on to the next part. Otherwise you guys are going to be listening to me rabbit on for ages for no real reason. So I'll see you when I get back past our camp and on to the next bit. Just past our camp, back through sort of a little closed in section between us and the next area, you open up to this pretty major bit, and as you can see, it's also nice and grassy. Now obviously with all the rain we've had, you probably don't want to camp down there at the moment, it's too boggy, but it's pretty good everywhere else. This is some of the views you get of the lake, pretty nice. As you can see, caravans, bins, got kangaroos, which I'm not sure you can see on this camera, up there on the other side of the main road. This is a nice open area, good for solar and all that stuff. Now, on solar and stuff, as you can see, this is not powered. It's just a council run thing, but it's huge. It's absolutely massive. And plenty of bird life, as you can hear. So that guy's managed to get fairly flat there. There is areas you're not supposed to camp. There's signs back behind that caravan saying don't camp beyond that point. But I think there's a cycleway goes through there and continues on its way. So that's another open section. And as you can see off in the distance here, there's another big open bit with a fair group of people in all manner of things, and they've got gazebos strapped together and tents everywhere, and it's obviously a group having a party style weekend, and why not? So as you can tell from down here, there's plenty, but what I'll do, as I said, so I'm not rabbiting on all the time, is move on from this bit to the next bit and show you some more. Now, just before I do that, you can camp in this middle bit here, which looks like it might be a bit boggy today, but there's certainly on the edges it's okay. But you can camp pretty well everywhere. It's just a monstrously large campground. Now those of you who may remember back to Island Bend Campground in Kosciuszko, well, this would be, if not as big, close to it, but completely free. So that's pretty cool. And when I get up to the front, I'll see if I can find the rules as to how long you can stay and all that stuff. I think from memory it was 3 nights, but I'll check. Now I'm just coming up to sort of signs, so before I stop and walk up to the main bit, I'll have a look at those and see what they're about. Okay, here we go. Lake Wallace Recreation Area. I hope the sun didn't get you too much. Temporary stays limited to a maximum of 48 hours. And you are to take domestic waste generated during your stay with you when you leave. Fair enough. Dogs must be unleashed unless they're in a leash-free area. I'll show you that. Dog poo must be picked up. No littering and defacing on the grounds. Wastewater may only be deposited in a dump point provided. So there you go, 48 hours here, guys. So you're pretty all right for a weekend. Anyhow, I will switch off again, as I said, as I get round to one of the next interesting bits. Somebody's lost a king's cover off something. Got a bit windy last night, but hopefully they'll find it today. Oh, speaking of, this is one gate into the dog run, the leash-free area. So you can get in there. That's pretty big itself. That's a footy field. So you can let them run free in there. All right, I'll go around the front. I'll show you that. That's your main road that came into Wallowang from the Great Western Highway. And this is what it looks like when you turn in here. It's still bitumen, and down here near the cycleway there's a info sign. Now try not to get bogged on foot here. Wallowang. So that tells you all the info in the general region here, all part of the Lithgow Council area. And that is a Lake Wallace thing showing what's around in here. So it's pretty cool. It tells you the general stuff in the area, so if you're in the area, come and have a look. But we're on low fire danger, which is no surprising. I kid you not, guys, this is a major rain event has been going on for days. In central western New South Wales is all flooded, and up where I come from in Hunter Valley there's flood warnings and so on. So it's the fact that it's not raining right now is really cool. Now I won't go down that road, but trust me on this, if you go down there where that gentleman's heading, just where you can see a little car in the distance there is the amenities block, and it has all the usual stuff that you would expect from an amenities block. It's got the toilets, but what you won't expect, especially for free, is warm showers. So you can go down there, grab a shower, and all is fine with the world. And as you can see through there on my left, there's some more camping. I don't know if you're supposed to camp in that one or not. Anyway, people are camped in there, so that's all good. But this is the way you normally drive in straight from the road. You just come straight ahead here and head down towards the lake. Now, looking on the right here, it's all very thickly grown up, so nobody's in there. I'm not sure if you're supposed to go in there or not, but does it really matter? Because there's plenty of camping further down, so you wouldn't need to go in there. So I'll get closer to the lakefront again, otherwise you're just going to be watching me walk down this bit of road, and I'll see you down there and tell you more about it. As you get down towards the lake's edge, there's a turn off here to the right, which takes you off to an open camping area in there, which is also nice and big and flat. I don't know if we'll be able to walk back to that as I walk around. So you got that, and down here, which is the part I wanted to show you a bit more, is the edge of the lake. So you wouldn't think this is summer too, guys. Filming this in November, late November, and I've got a jumper on. It's cold, so it's very strange for summer. But as a result of all this rain, the lake is well up into areas where it shouldn't be. Now I'm just having a look at the lake sign here. Conditions in the lake vary. Be careful of submerged objects. Do not drink the water. Do not swim after heavy rain or when algae is present. Use the lake at your own risk at all times. So yeah, looks like you can launch small boats into there. So as you can see, people camping down here on the water's edge. But still not necessarily off to there. But you can see all those caravans and stuff through the trees and stuff there, and there's plenty of room. It's a big place, guys. So that's not a pretty nice little spot actually. And where this guy's got his caravan, it'd be like camping in a forest with a water view. It's right next to Rady, but it's pretty nice. Pretty nice looking caravan actually. But there's a sporting field here on the right too. So there's pretty well everything at this particular park. Sporting fields, looks like it might be baseball. So, not sure what else they can do there. But it looks like a baseball field, the way that's laid out. And as you can see, on the other side of that baseball field is the other part where I told you people are camping. So you go right around this field. Where I'm standing now, you come up on this side of the road and camp, as you can see just there. And you get water views. So it's pretty nice indeed. Now I forgot to mention earlier, but you may have seen them already as I'll be walking around, you can have fires. There's plenty of evidence of fires that have been on the ground, but there's also plenty of people, and like us last night, who've been going with the modern trend of using fire pits, which I kind of think is better, not leaving scars on the ground. So that's pretty good. But if you are having campfires, try and keep them where there's already been one. Here we are right on the edge of the lake now. Then all the camping, once we get around further, is to the right of this road. As you can see, people come fishing here. I'm not sure what the fish are you get, but it's popular for fishers. This bit's a bit of a fishing / day use area. It says no camping in this area. And there's some nice chairs to look at over the lake. It's pretty nice. Morning. What do you fish for here?
Whatever come on the beach.
Very good, okay.
Usually trout.
Usually trout. Nice. All right, well, enjoy your day.
Thank you very much.
You too. So, there you go. Usually trout. So, trout in summer. There again, doesn't feel like summer. And you walk around through this bit here, you get to next to the camping sections. So I'll show you that in just a moment. Alright, I've walked on probably 20 metres. Nearly could have not switched off the camera. We're back to the start of the camping. This is around the other side of the baseball field. But as you can see, the camping's all started here. And it's all to the right hand side of the road. And the lake's on the left. Not nice, pretty flat as you saw earlier. Lots of these bins. And I can tell you that even though it's close to Lithgow, you don't get a lot of silliness in here in the times I've been here, because you get plenty of regular patrols from the police, which is good. Helps to keep the place nice for everybody. So this general area here is very popular. Where this F truck and caravan are now is roughly the area where way back in my earlier videos you saw Karen, myself and Brett come for a camp on our Jenolan Caves trip. So lots of good camps up in there. And another look at the lake here for you. So it's a really beautiful place, guys. If you're passing through the area on your way to Bathurst or into Sydney from out the west, or around the Lithgow area, and you don't want to go and camp in Newns or the places that are close to all the popular tracks are, maybe give this one a thought. But it will always be popular. There's this nice fishing pontoon here. This was not here last time I was here. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, May 2021. Let's go for a walk out onto that. So, yeah, certainly not here last time I was here. You can tell you're definitely floating. I'm a big fat guy. Holds my weight, guys, so you'll be pretty right. Different perspective too on the lake, I guess. So you come out on this fishing pontoon, do your fishing. I'll give you a look at that. There's the old chimney stack from the power station back there. It's an old power station, doesn't get used anymore, I don't believe. Let's pan around the lake views here for you. And over there in the distance is the boating club. All right, now. There's even more camping here on this side of the baseball field. So as you just keep driving around this lake, the camping goes on. It just doesn't stop. And then we've got a rotary park here. And in this rotary park there's a nice kids play area and some barbecues. So we'll just go and have a look at those barbecues and see what's involved in them. So, are they electric or are they gas? Honestly don't know. I think they might be electric. Anyway, there's 3 of them. Some tables. Kids play area. Some old mining style machinery to look at. It's got a lot of stuff going for it. So you've got young kids, you've got somewhere for them to play, a lot of climbing stuff, nice and safe, fenced off. So yeah, it's pretty good. And this one's a rotary park, all in the part of the recreation area overlooking the lake. Anyway, it's still a long trudge back to camp. So I will pull the pin here with your lake in the background over my shoulder. But if you guys like these kind of videos, put a like on it, really helps the channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, click the notification bell. You'll know when a new clip goes up. And to the old hands, as always, thanks again for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my clips. And hopefully you'll get down here and have a look at this one. Like I said, it's big, but it's good. Alright guys, all the best. Don't forget, rather than stay home, just get out there. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. Cheers. Told you it's big. Got trucks in here. And if you're wondering, it's going to take me a good 5 more minutes to walk back to my camp. See you guys.